it's everywhere, right? I mean, dealing with my English classroom, but talking yearbook here. Um, I want to say, 2 years ago, we added to our editorial policy, our staff manual. I really encourage people to, if you don't have that, to do that. And another reason to join JEA, there's definitely some models there, but we added an AI policy because it was something that kids were asking about, and we had a great discussion about, when should they be able to use it and when shouldn't they? And let's put it in writing and say, this is how we're going to use AI in our room. And the kids, where we're at now is they'll use it to help brainstorm some questions, or just really for a brainstorming tool. Maybe they want to brainstorm a headline. They don't really use it for that. It was more just brainstorming questions. But other than that, like they do not use AI to do anything with photographs, to write stories, anything like that. It is strictly a tool to help brainstorm. But beyond that, my students were like, no, if you need help writing something, there are 35 people on this staff. Come ask somebody to help you. And we'll help you through the process. We'll help you with the interview. We'll help you break down the interview. So I know it's a bigger animal, but I would encourage advisors to have those discussions with their staff, especially with their editors, and create a policy, have something in place that you can agree upon, because it's not going away, and it does have its perks, right? I think but it has its dangers. I worry about AI. I worry about how it does take away some critical thinking, but it hasn't. I think I always have to create metaphors for myself, and I tell kids, like, when I was young, never thought I'd say that kind of stuff, but growing up, I knew everybody's phone number. I could call my grandma, I could call my uncles, my aunts, my friends, everyone. You just dialed it up on that phone. But now, if you asked me what numbers I know my mom's and I know myself. I know nobody else's, because my cell phone remembers it for me. And so we got to keep in mind, even with AI, there are dangers to it, but there are also some positives. So work with your staff, and it's such a cool process. I loved the discussions that we had, and kids will be honest. And I think we have a really good policy right now. It's working, and we'll revisit it next year if we want to add something to it.